Good morning, YouTube. I know I said my next video would be a few weeks late, and that it was something big, but that something big is taking longer than expected, so while I wait for the attorney to finish her paperwork for that, how about a tool review? You just can't trust Amazon reviews on this cheap Chinese stuff. Some of it turns out to be awesome, and some of it sucks butt, and it all has 5-star reviews, so who can you trust? I'm here for you. As of yet, I haven't been bought out by the Chinese government. So until that happens, you can trust I'll shoot you straight in my reviews. These Borescope inspection cameras are like pickup trucks. Nobody needs one. Everyone thinks they do. You don't. Until you do, and then once you buy one, you'll never stop finding uses for it. Their grammar's getting better, but it doesn't increase my confidence in their customer service department, existing. Oh yeah, this guy's happy with his purchase. The camera is detachable, and you can buy different ones with different viewing angles for different applications. But my concern is that not one of these gentlemen look happy. They all have resting bitch face. And here's the manual. Okay, thanks, bye. This is the camera that comes with it. Like my wife, it's 5 foot and IP67 rated, so it will go underwater, but only as deep as she can see her feet. Super flexible, but it holds its shape well, and with a directional aviation style connector at the end, looks pretty sturdy. And it even comes with dingle bobbers for retrieving foreign objects from your deepest, darkest holes. Don't be tempted by these cheap cameras that pair to your smartphone. They're junk. Junk build quality, junk refresh rates, and junk third-party apps. I have to insist you get a self-contained unit like this Teslong here. No Bluetooth, no networking, no sketchy apps to download. Cuts out all of the technological middlemen. It does what it does, and that's all that it has to do. I like these soft shell style zipper cases better, but at the very least it has an actual... At the very least it has an actual case, and with actual latches too, not like these single-piece plastic ones. They burn out like a 28-year-old rock star. And oh yeah, it includes a case. Looking at you, Harbor Freight. $200 for that scan tool and no case included. It's got a big, juicy screen. Oh, this is the best part. It measures 2.5 inches by 4.5 inches. Or, for you Canadians, 11 centimeters by 6 centimeters. Which is about the same size as an iPhone SE or iPhone 8 or basically any modest smartphone. Big screens use up the juice, but it's USB-C rechargeable. That's right, folks, micro USB is finally dead. Stupid fucking trapezoids. Included in the box is a 32GB genuine micro SD card. Wait. Hold on. No, it's not micro, it's just small. Body's typical Chinese ABS plastic. Yep. You ever win one of those little Super Balls from an arcade game in the 90s? That's the smell. I miss 1998. It's styled like an 80s sci-fi weapon. But I can fix that. Much more respectable. Time to see what's inside, for reasons. It has a flashlight, perfect for exploring those dank, wet crawl spaces. Personally, I prefer to leave the lights on for that sort of thing. What the? Ah, tricky buggers. Not much in here, really. Just some basic audio and video inputs and outputs. That's weird. They put a little condenser microphone on the LCD screen assembly. Why isn't that on the camera? I guess the sound conducts up through the tip into the handheld unit, and this way you can use it to narrate your crappy YouTube videos. The box advertises a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and doesn't... Oh, Yeah, look at that. They're telling the truth. They also claim a 4.5-hour runtime, which means I gotta test that, which means I gotta put this back together. I'm doing this in the wrong order. Just gonna hit start and go to my day job. Boop. I'm just sick and tired of these off-brand tools lying about their specs. I don't want a battery that lasts 3 hours longer than advertised, otherwise how will I know it's time for lunch? I had the light off for that test, but I imagine that's how they tested it in order to get the best possible number to put on the box. It records video in 720, which used to be considered high definition, but I'm dating myself. Quick presses of the power button cycle the brightness settings on the LED. High, medium, low, and off. Standard stuff. And while the picture quality isn't quite MCU level good, I promise, for an inspection camera, it's more than good enough for anything you'll need it for. Still, I just don't know why nobody makes one with a smartphone camera. You got the small form factor, you can do 4K resolution at 60 frames per second, you got digital zoom and focusing, great dynamic range for the size, and because of the economy of scale, they have to be cheap. I mean, look at this detail. This isn't even a good iPhone. It's an SE, or I call it the Simpleton edition. It can't just be a price thing, because I'm on the Snap-on website and look, same 720 resolution, same camera lens, same USB-C charging, same 32 gigabytes of storage, only look. Woof. The warranty's not even better. I mean, why would you buy Snap-on if you... Pressing the up arrow zooms in up to 1.5 times, but it's digital zoom, so temper those expectations there, Galileo. The down arrow flips the image vertically, in case you stick it in the hole wrong. You can press the mode button to cycle between picture and video mode, which really only affects how it records. Once you're ready to get the pictures and videos off, just plug the USB-C cable into your machine and the DCIM folder pops up with all of your JPEG photos and MP4 videos. Now, to be honest, I do sometimes have to power cycle the camera once or twice to get Windows to recognize this as a media storage device, but it never actually failed me. Works 100% of the time. 90% of the time. Let's try out those appendages. Balderdash. I dropped a screw into my engine. Who hasn't done that? Just unscrew the bezel and screw on the neodymium magnet attachment. Let's go fishing. Got it. It's also got this little hook for pulling your wedding ring out of the garbage disposal, but my wedding ring is tattooed on and my wife doesn't wear hers ever since the incident, so... Some flaws. First, the switch camera button is out of reach. When you're holding it super steady to focus on a detail and you have to take your hand off it to find that button, you tend to lose your place. That's why I prefer semi-automatic to bolt action, but it does have 3 cameras, so if you can't afford one of those fancy articulating ones, this is kind of a budget version of the same feature. Much like the camera, the dimmable LED at the end is fine, but it could be brighter. You can cram more LEDs onto the tip, but LEDs get hot, and my guess is they have to be careful not to cook the camera. So again, fair enough. Still, some more light is always good. It is nice that all 3 cameras have their own light, so it's probably just a real estate limitation. Just as an example, I've got this drain here. It clogs instantly when it rains, but just when the good stuff starts coming into viewing range, it all gets cast in the darkness. A little more light would be good here. I guess I could tape a flashlight to it. My only other critique is the name. Where do these Amazon brand names come from? Don't call me racist, because these are not Chinese words. I checked. They're just gibberish. Scrabble tiles, basically. The Chinese have really stepped up their design and engineering in the past 20 years, but their marketing is just, how do you not know you can hire people to help you market to foreign countries? Harbor Freight is the best at this. Zurich, Pittsburgh, Chicago Electric, Central Machinery, Badlands. Teslong. Still, a crappy name on a great borescope is still a great borescope. If you're looking for something better than bargain basement, but you can't justify blowing the budget on a big name brand, this thing gets my vouch. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, consider subscribing. If you didn't like the video, kindly take your inspection camera and shove it up your